Hi, Dana Phillips here, family nurse practitioner with All Things Nurse. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel for videos about real life nurse advice. And today's video is about how to be more assertive. And what is assertiveness? Assertiveness is putting forth a confident personality. It's being proactive, it's being authoritative, and it's you being able to state your needs tactfully. And what's tactfully? It's appropriateness and sensitivity to a situation. So assertiveness is clear, confident, and controlled. What assertiveness is it's not being pushy, it's not being rude, it's not being domineering, and it's definitely not being passive aggressive. And on the other side of the spectrum, it's not being passive or overtly easygoing. All of those things can really just lead to burnout and get people to just not respect you or trust your word. It can also form feelings of resentment, stress, fear, and inferiority, and feelings of victimization. So none of that is good. So honing your assertiveness skills will definitely help you in the workplace and at home, in your relationships, and it'll just make you a better communicator. Personally, for me, I did not have an assertive bone in my body when I was like a young 21-year-old brand new nurse. So these are some skills that I really had to hone over the years and just get more comfortable with. And unfortunately, the only way to get more comfortable with that is real life experience. But that's why you're here. You're here to get some advice on real life experience and how to apply it to your life. Now, some benefits of honing your assertiveness skills is it increases your confidence and it increases people's respect for you. It increases advocacy for yourself and others, especially your patients when you're going to be in the workplace. It improves your communication skills and it improves your critical thinking and decision-making skills, which therefore, in result, increase your trust in yourself. And honing your assertiveness will have you better understanding yourself and others and creating honest connections with people. If you're able to state your needs and state what's on your mind, then people will be able to trust you and respect you more. Now, the question is, how do we do this? How do we become more assertive in our daily life and at work and all that stuff? Personally, for me, sometimes at work, I had an issue with being assertive, especially when I needed to approach a doctor, with something that I believed was going on with my patient. And if I had an idea as to what I thought the patient needed, but the doctor was going in a different direction, I didn't always feel comfortable about speaking my mind. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to hone your assertiveness skills so that you can speak your mind and make your needs known. So first you want to assess, then you want to evaluate, then you want to adjust, and then you want to act. Now, for the assessment, you want to take a look inward. What are my communication styles? Am I the kind of person that people enjoy talking to? Am I the kind of person that people are afraid to talk to? Am I off-putting? Do you speak your opinions or do you remain silent? And are you a people pleaser? Do you always say yes to things? And are you judgmental? Do you place blame? Do you actively listen to people, or do you just kind of zone out when they're talking and just kind of make up in your mind like you think you know what they just said, but you don't really know? Then you want to evaluate, okay? So once you assess your communication style, you want to evaluate it. What changes do you want to make? What's working, what's not working? And then you want to adjust. So you want to premeditate what you want to say. Go ahead and just start rehearsing it. I know that sounds wicked weird, but I do this all the time. If I have a difficult conversation that I need to have with somebody, I just kind of rehearse it in my mind. And you want to always use I statements. You never want to say you this and you that, because that's blame placing, okay? immediately the other person is going to become defensive. So you want to approach a difficult conversation with, I feel blah, 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 blah. Once you kind of set that, it's like you're taking on the responsibility and you're kind of setting the tone, and it's less confrontational and less abrasive. And then, you know, you want to just be like direct. Just say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't dance around the situation, okay? Then you want to think about your body language. Do you have an RBF? If you do, go ahead and practice in the mirror. I know it sounds silly, but if you have an RBF, you're going to be unapproachable, okay? I know some people just have it naturally, and that's fine, whatever, it makes you who you are, but it's just something that you want to be like cognizant of. Do you make eye contact with people? Do you look them in the eye when they're speaking to you or when you're speaking to them? What are your arms doing? Are they crossed? Are they on your hips? You know, take note of how you're standing when you're talking to somebody. Personally, for me, I like to take like just kind of a neutral approach. Hands on my lap, hands down at my side, hands on a counter, whatever, wherever you're standing. You don't want to come across as closed off or unapproachable, okay? You want to face the person squarely, okay? You don't want to be like turned and like talking like this, okay? That means you're like trying to like hide something. You want to be open and facing them squarely. What's your posture? Are you hunched over? Is your head doing the text neck? That shows, you know, just kind of like you look not confident and not sure of yourself or what you're saying. So you want to be making sure your posture is upright, strong, present. What's your aura? What's your vibe? Okay. When you're approaching situations to talk about potentially difficult things, you want to just approach it with a very cool, calm, collected approach and aura. Okay. If you're coming at somebody like hard, obviously that's going to make them not want to even talk to you. And always remember that over half of our communication is nonverbal. So much of our communication on a daily basis is nonverbal communication. So that body language, the tone of voice, okay? Like, I love the saying, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. And that goes like so far. It like the tone of your voice goes very, very, very far. Take it from me, from being on both receiving ends of that in life. And then just keep your emotions in check. So when you're talking to somebody, just deep breath. Don't be afraid to pause. Think about what you want to say rather than just like spewing things and saying things that you don't necessarily mean or want to say. Have a calm, even cadence to your tone. And then the final part of this is just put it into action, okay? So practice it in real life. So these are just some elements that you can keep in mind when you are honing your assertiveness skills. If you have any comments or tips or feedback on this topic, go ahead and leave comments. Go ahead and like my channel. Like my video and subscribe to my channel. And have a great day. Thanks.